Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It is your Coruscant Underworld Disappointment AP Gains. Now, I've been receiving so much hate mail for not doing roster reviews. Guys, I have so many freaky deaky videos scheduled that I just don't have an upload for them. So I'm going to start uploading like 40 videos a day. So you better be checking your dang subscription box. We have T-Boy3, aka Water Malone over on Discord. Water Malone, how are you doing today, my friend?
I am pretty good. It's almost the next day, actually, in 20 minutes. I should really be going to bed, but I'm
But
not.
instead, you're supplying the 69th Precinct with some much needed roster review content. Are you in the Star Wars Guys Guild?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. He's going to be on
I
my
mean,
game show. That'll be fun.
it's mostly lower level players because
Mm,
he likes to help out people.
very smart of him. Very smart of him. Okay, so we were talking beforehand, and you said the top part of your roster is decent, but once we go down below is where we're going to have questions. So I'm going to stick to the top part of your roster. You're basically where I am in the game in
Yes.
terms of GP, and I'm noticing a distinct lack of relics, of which I have many and you have very few, which
I don't.
leads me to believe that once I scroll down, I might shed a tear. But can you please explain what you got up top here? What's going on at the top of your roster, in your opinion?
So, originally, I was going for CLS. It's just that because I started in 2016, things
Mm-hmm.
were like just very unknown.
Unorganized because AP Gains wasn't there to tell people what to do.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Exactly right.
completely.
Okay.
So I followed I can't really say his name. I'll just call him Arnold. You know,
Arnold?
the
You
biggest
don't know
guy.
how to say his name? That's actually hilarious.
No, I know how to say it in my head, but
Not out loud. It's
yeah,
okay. That's what I do. Like, I just took a chem test yesterday, and I knew everything in my head, but, once I had to put it on paper, it didn't really work out so well. So I understand. Okay, so you have Commander Luke. You have your Revan.
yep.
What else is going on up here?
Well, I got some decent bounty hunters except for Greedo.
Mm-hmm. They have to be pretty decent.
I
You have a nice 7-star Chewbacca with a Zeta, which takes some effort in terms of bounty hunters.
yeah, about
Your Zeta allocation looks all
um
right. I mean, besides... Actually, I don't see anything too out of the ordinary. No Zetas are...
except for the GBA.
Is the Yoda Zeta his lead?
I really hope
No,
not. Okay, I was going to
Oh,
say.
no.
Because that would have been funny. I think my Yoda's
Yeah.
lead is still at 1. All right, so I'm going to scroll down. What am I in store for? Give me a hint without spoiling anything. What am I in store for when I scroll down here? Because in your words, it's not that good.
There's still, if you go down just 3 rows, you're still gonna see some pretty decent stuff.
Okay, so nothing too terrible. I mean, this
Yeah,
is a Zeta that you don't want. This is
definitely.
probably a Zeta you don't want, but these are all decent characters. I can see the
It's an
Wedge,
old Zeta.
Chirrut. Yeah. Are these
I
old Gear 12s or do you have Mon Mothma
Yes,
somewhere?
they were like my first two
Mm,
Gear 12s.
I remember. Okay, so I'm gonna go lower. Okay, we've seen this. Uh,
Geos, nice.
very strange that Hoda is
I
almost
don't
as
know.
powerful as Jedi
I
Anakin.
was able to just get my Anakin
Okay,
to Gear 11 before he even
Treya,
got 7 stars.
Oliver.
Trey
What
is
is the
almost
most
7 stars.
important Zeta in the 69th precinct?
She's almost 7 stars, 10 shards
Oliver.
away actually.
Oliver.
2 raids, nice, yeah.
No, what's the most
Uh,
important Zeta to the 69th precinct?
Ooh.
com-
Uh,
I'll give you a
oh
hint.
wait,
It's the
no,
I
Zeta
don't
you
have one.
have when you unlock. I'll give you a hint. It's a character that I'm currently spinning right now.
well,
Hmm.
that's
I'm
compatible
gonna
with
say
it.
Trey. It's
Yes, it's the
probably
Zeta that you have when you
Treya.
unlock Treya. Most important Zeta in the
Yes.
game. Okay, so besides the fact that everyone's level 85, I mean, and Gear 8, and GG is 5 stars.
No, I did not.
How much money do you have? How many credits did you spend on all of these characters? They're all like level 85.
Well, okay, so you might be wondering how many credits I actually have.
Okay, at least you have the cup.
You have
Um,
185, don't you? 186, something like that.
I have 186 million credits.
Okay, so you have not a lot of credits, but a decent amount.
I'm on the grind to 200 million.
Yeah, I'm almost at 300 million myself. It should be pretty exciting. Yeah, see, I only have 268 million. Oh, we got someone else joining the video. Hi,
Four.
Slime. You're in a
You're
YouTube
poor.
video. So if your CLS is your best character, why is 3PO Chewie not more powerful?
Well, I just don't have the gear.
Mm-hmm. Because you spent it all on literally every other character on your roster. Oops.
Yep.
Big brain strats.
I have a brain that
It's okay. I have a single brain
is
cell, so I can
barely
relate.
existent.
All right, let's make a strategy. Let's make a nice little strategy.
I'm
let's-
going for Darth Revan, but my Juhani is 6-star. And I'm probably not going to get to her to 7-star in like a month.
Do
Despite
you win GACs?
yes.
Oh, you do. At 2.8 million, you win GACs.
I always, as long as I'm playing, I always get into a Dronium. I've never gotten to Kyber, but I'm always in a Dronium.
Okay. So you're winning at least enough of your battles.
Yeah.
I'd say, honestly, I would relic up a couple of characters before I went for Darth Revan, just so you have a more consistent offensive approach. Like, you have... I imagine you have Kenobi relic for your negotiator, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would
Since
honestly...
my builds were super mediocre, I'm a little over halfway to getting him.
Okay.
I have 85 negotiator shards.
Honestly, what I would do is I would pick a couple of teams, maybe like Padme or Jedi or CLS or something like that, and I would relic up one team just so you have a consistent high relic counter. Because oftentimes, if you have more like spread out rosters like this, like have you ever come across like a reliced out Darth Revan Malak that you just can't get through?
I did, but everything was auto placed.
Oh.
And
So oftentimes,
I laughed at him.
especially at like 2.5 or 3 million GP, you'll find one team that's like super highly relic. So having maybe characters that are able to beat that might be helpful. And since you already have Chewbacca Zeta, Han Solo Zeta, I would honestly like try to relic, just get Han Solo Chewbacca to relics and maybe get, C-3PO Chewie, whatever the heck it's called, up to like, I don't know, 5 stars, level
I think
85.
3PO and Chewie.
3PO and Chewie. Yeah, just get him like 5 stars, start farming some shards, get him up to gear 10-ish if you can, because he goes super well with them. And I know
It's
you don't
insane.
have... Yeah, it's actually insane. I should probably start doing it, but... And I know your Ewoks aren't that great, but if you happen to have already had your Ewoks up, C-3PO would have helped out a lot. But yeah, you want at least one team so that when you come across those big defensive teams, you can get through and at least participate in the rest of the Grand Arena. Because I know from personal experience grinding up, sometimes there are one team that you just can't get through, which can be annoying. So, all right. Any other closing remarks, Water Malone?
What about Nest?
I still don't use Nest. I mean, Nest is one of those characters where, like, there are a couple characters in the game where if you get them really early, they're effective as you, like, very early in the game.
Oh, you passed him.
Like, if you have Nest... Oh, sorry, I wasn't actually looking at the screen. I was just scrolling down. Where is your Nest?
Further up, there
Oh.
we go.
So, like, if you
There
were
she
in
is.
if you were in like Division 6 through 11 and your Nest was like Gear 12 or Relict, like Nest is a fantastic character. But after like 2 million GP, I mean, you can throw in weak bounty hunters to counter Nest. You can throw in a lot of stuff
I
to
don't use
counter
her on
Nest.
defense. I use her on offense.
No, I'm saying like Nest is good for offense, but I'm saying there's not a lot of teams that you can really counter with Nest unless they're really weak. Like at here, you're not going to find, unless your opponent does what I do and places a atrociously weak defense just so that they can have every offensive team for the video, then a Relic Nest could be worth it. But would you rather have a Relic Nest or like, I don't know, a Relic Chewbacca and Han Solo to get through a Darth Revan Malak or something like that? Like you can make that
haven't
decision.
touched her actually in a while. It's just that I use her with Kira and Hermit Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
It actually goes by pretty well.
Fantastic
Like, I
speed on
can
your Nest, by the
kinda-
way.
Like my Hermit Yoda is actually
Basically as
decent
strong as
gear.
basically as strong as your Jedi Knight Anakin.
and also my Kira is not leveled. I just use her for the leader.
Mm-hmm.
As most people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you find success with Nest and that's a gear crunch that you're willing to take on, I mean, there's no real problem with it. Most people use her for solos if you want. I mean, after 3 million GP, she kind of just has to be in a defensive team with, like, I don't know, Separatists or something, just to, like, mess people up with some dazes and some health. But
Yeah, just to steal some banners.
you're just
There's no
approaching the point
real-
at which she stops being super useful, is all I'm saying.
It's just that there's no point where she becomes extremely useful.
Yeah, she's never gonna be like a super meaningful character late game.
And I think once I get my geos where I can get watch shards, I'm just gonna get ready for Darth Regimen, and then I'm just gonna go on a gear grind.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for being on today's video. If you are still watching this video at this point, leave a comment about how angry you are that I don't do these more often, or how happy you are that I finally did one. As always, I love you guys. I'll see you later.